So today I will be talking about what attachment styles are and why they're important. So attachment styles are emotional patterns that show up in our everyday relationships which can affect our behavior in them. So it's often common to see one person anxious for a response back, while it's also common to see another person closed off to emotional closeness altogether. These behavioral patterns come from something developed early in life called our attachment styles. So everybody here has a relationship important to them, whether it be a friendship, a partner, or even a family member. So everyone here is affected by attachment styles one way or another, which is why it's important to understand these styles, because then they can help us understand ourselves more, which can then reflect onto our relationships. I became interested in this topic through a friend of mine who's studying psychology at the moment, and I decided to do my own research with articles and videos, and I was able to learn about my own attachment style, which then helped me better understand myself. So today I will be telling you all 3 things. So I will be explaining what attachment styles are, then I will explain how these attachment styles affect our everyday relationships, then lastly, I will speak on why recognizing your attachment styles can improve your relationships. So first, let's begin with talking about the 4 different attachment styles and what they are. So attachment styles can be explained by 4 different patterns of emotional behavior. So according to the YouTube video, How Your Attachment Styles Affect Your Relationships, there are 4 different types of attachment styles: secure, avoidant, anxious, and disorganized. So these styles basically describe the way people behave in relationships to things such as closeness, distance, and communication. So each style has the person respond differently to emotion. So understanding these behaviors give us a way to recognize our own emotional patterns in relationships. So secure is when all your needs were met, so you accept love pretty easily. Dismissive avoidant is when neglect happened, so you only learn to really trust yourself. And then anxious preoccupied is when not all your needs were met, so you end up overvaluing love. And disorganized is when you were very neglected, so you are emotionally numb. So understanding these helps you understand why you respond the way you do in your relationships. So now that we learned about that, let's talk about why attachment styles show up and how they develop. So attachment styles are formed early in childhood and continue to show up throughout adulthood. So according to Lisa Firestone in Psychology Today, an attachment pattern is established in early childhood, and attachments continue to function as a working model for your relationships in adulthood. In their research, Dr. Philip Shiver and Dr. Cindy Hazan has found that 60% of people have a secure attachment style, while 20% have an avoidant attachment style, and then another have an anxious attachment style. These patterns stem from our childhood and seem to continue into adulthood. So this shows that attachment styles continue to show up even throughout adulthood and don't just go away. So now let's look at how these affect our everyday relationships. So according to Lisa Firestone, she states, our attachment styles affect everything from our partner selection to how well our relationships progress to, sadly, how they end. Which is why recognizing our attachment pattern can help us understand our strengths, vulnerabilities in a relationship. This shows how our attachment styles are important to understand because they do in fact affect our relationships. So recognizing your own attachment can help you better understand yourself, which can then reflect onto your relationships. So understanding your style gives you an idea of why you react the way you do in your relationships, and becoming more aware of these behaviors will allow yourself to grow and better understand yourself. So, in conclusion, to say everything I just mentioned, attachment styles are emotional patterns formed in childhood and carry on to adulthood, affecting our everyday relationships. These styles explain why you act the way you do in relationships, and understanding your attachment style is very important as it can give you a better understanding of yourself. So while attachment styles can affect our relationships, learning and recognizing these patterns can help you grow and connect with the people closest to you. Thank you for listening.
You're so